Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cybil Shepard.
I love you, now get out. I told you I love you, now get out. Everything's rosy, everything's jake, but just how much can a good gal take? Told you I love you, now get out.
In past years, Rosemary Clooney, Tony Tennille, the more traditional,
Whiting.
right? But now something a little bit different. Cybil Shepard. Why Cybil?
Because she just knocked him out. I am a fan of hers, and I suddenly was reminded because Cybil doesn't always feel like working. I don't think she runs back to Tennessee a lot and hides there, you know, at Opryland. And no, she doesn't.
Oh, Memphis.
Oh, the home of the blues.
Actually, I made my world debut on television singing on your talk show 20 years ago.
I was about to bring that one up.
Never forget.
That's okay. No, that's okay. But I wanted to see if he would remember.
But then I happened to tune in a show, about 2 months ago, and there she was singing. I went, oh, God, is she singing well? Wouldn't she be great? The Coconut Ballroom Orchestra. And look, here she is.
I love it. It's
It
more
only
fun
cost
than
us
a
$1 million.
barrel. If only that were true.
Cybil,
Hopefully soon.
Soon.
singing.
It's only worth $1 million.
Singing was always.
But I have a blast. I love it.
Singing
Sorry.
was always. It's okay.
I'm not. It's
That's
okay.
okay. No.
Okay. I'm sorry. Little moonlighting thing.
Little moonlighting thing.
Yeah.
Singing was always #1 with you
Yes.
from the time you were a kid, and then
That's right.
that damn beauty got in the way, and then the movies,
Yeah,
and
isn't
then
that terrible?
television, and you never really had a chance to explore and exploit singing.
Well, when I was about 20 years ago, I had a chance in public, but I really needed to be out doing summer stock and not getting so much really attention at that time. I had to make a lot of my mistakes in public, and it's painful to make mistakes, especially when you're in public. In the big time.
The big time.
So it kind of scared me away for a while, but I never stopped singing. I was always singing, driving my kids crazy. Mom, no more singing in the home.
I was about to ask, is it true that the reason that you're here today is because your kids said, all right, do it somewhere else?
Mom, no more singing in the home. And actually, I thought that singing outside the home would make less singing in the home, but it's turned out the opposite. I actually sing more in the home.
I get to ask one question.
Okay,
While
sure.
we've been back here,
Yes.
getting ready for the Coconut Ballroom, the papers in L.A. have been filled with Cybil Shepard. He's going to take over Sunset Boulevard. Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
Wasn't that weird?
Yeah, what was the story in that?
Well, I was a little concerned about it because I just had the feeling that it was not the right thing for me to do. I love singing so much. It's taken me so long, 5.5 years of psychotherapy to sing in front of an audience again, you know. No. I mean, why would I want to go into a show that had so much going against it in some ways? I mean, to sing the same kind of song. I mean, tonight I sang 3 different kinds of songs. 4, really.
And in voices I never heard come out of you before. When you did America the Beautiful, I mean, it could have been Lily Pons.
I also noticed the liberty.
That's what that score calls for.
But I also noticed the liberty you took with the lyric, and Crown They Good with Sisterhood. Very politically correct.
Skipping.
No, politically correct, I would think. You had said 5.5 years in therapy to finally sing in front of an audience, and when you did, it was in front of 30 million people on national television, a cappella, singing the most difficult song ever written, the national anthem. Why did you do that?
And it was 80,000 people live, yes, the Superdome, Sugar Bowl. Why did I do that? I needed to do that. I needed to prove to myself that I could do that, and actually it wasn't on television. I did the Liberty Bowl halftime show at the end of the year. That was televised. This was not. I knew it was not televised. I didn't go down there for publicity. I went down there to show those people in New Orleans that this Memphis girl could sing the national anthem.
And you did.
I did. You can sing, girl. They said, you came down here and sang that song for us. I went, yeah, I'm from Memphis.
So when you got this call to do this show with Merv, what was
your first... the happiest thing in my life. I was so excited.
But that you got through it?
Because I heard that you...
More than we were excited when you accepted.
Oh, but I heard that you saw it yourself, and that meant so much to me, especially after so many years. And
I saw it.
working.
I saw
It
it.
meant so much to me. I just want you to know I'm so thrilled to be here. It's just a great thing to finally be able to do what I love so
You're the
much.
best. I mean, they yell at her. Did you hear?
I certainly did.
Sybil, you're beautiful, Sybil.
There was a gentleman sitting behind where I was standing, and when you said moonlighting, the bell went off in his head. I guess he didn't make and he went, oh. And you didn't say Cybil Shepard yet. You had merely said moonlighting.
Well, when an MC does. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'm familiar with your style from New Year's Eve. Yeah, it's sneaky. But when you finally introduced her, I thought they were going to need to call the paramedics. Yeah. And you walked out
Is
and
he
started.
single, this guy? Is he rich? How much money does he have?
He was rather old.
It looked like Donald Trump, though.
See, every time we do something like this, you have to get one of them in.
One at a time.
Just one.
How old you are up here that counts, really.
Okay, and listen, when you were a kid, 9 years old, growing up in Memphis, did you ever stand in front of the mirror and sing, holding a hairbrush and fantasizing?
Yes, I dressed up in my mother's red dress and waited till she left the house and sang to Rhapsody in Blue. Of course, there are no words to that.
Whoa, wait a minute. You made up words?
Well, I just kind of sang, that was as close to classical music as they got in my home. I mean, basically, it was big band music that my parents, they were the best jitterbuggers in Memphis, so.
Yeah, and your father liked country music, though, too, so you
but that was
came.
on Sunday. We left the house. We're all snobs except for him. Now I love country music, but back then it was like, what is that hick music he's listening to?
All right, I can't let you go without asking. You're in development now for a sitcom called Cybil on CBS?
Yes, we might start shooting as early as September 12th, and I'm doing a movie for NBC that I start shooting, let's see, when would that be, the 8th? 3 days after closing in New York at the Rainbow Room.
And that was the next plug I was going to get in there. Rainbow and Stars.
Oh, no, let's forget it.
I knew you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't.
You know.
Rainbows, that's got to be another 5.5 more years of therapy after this one, or what?
I don't know. The old guillotine, it's putting the old neck there. The air is thinner. I'm going to have a good time, and the audiences are going to have a great time. And the rest can,
That's right.
You can't control everybody's
You were
opinion.
having a good time tonight.
But, yeah.
We saw, Swan Lake. I'd never seen that before. The ballerina out there.
Are you going to bring her back? Are we going to see more of her? Three songs.
She's welcome anytime she wants to call and say, I want to play Resorts. I need a large audience and a large band, and here she is.
Yeah, you going to do it?
I'd love to do it.
Terrific.
Seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In the small cafe, the park along the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I've been seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's bright and gay. I always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning light, and when the night is through, I'll be looking at the